Uh, it's going to be a pretty interesting day today. Uh, got a lot of odds and ends. Hopefully, everybody's going to like what I put up together today's show. I do put a lot of effort into this, and I do apologize if I seem to jump from one thing to another. Um, So, I mean, like inputs, I would appreciate that. Like, if you have any comments to help me better my show, I would really appreciate it. I want to do this show on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'm going to be doing a flag show about how to fold a flag, what the flag represents, and all that. But it's taken me a little bit longer to get that information together. So hopefully by this weekend I can get that done. I was going to do it on Friday, but it's still in the works right yet. So hopefully we can get that done. Um, Please, if you like the show, or if you just want to give me a like, please click like, share my show to many people if you like. Um, I would be really grateful for that. I think on YouTube because we're live with YouTube and Facebook, and I'm going to be going on Twitter as well. They asked to add my show into there, so we'll see how that works out. I have to get the platform work for that. Um, Talking about platform, I have a few deaf friends that can't hear me, so but need to they want to know what I'm saying. So I on YouTube, I know on Facebook they can do it, but on when they want to be on YouTube, they said there's something I need to do. So if you have any suggestions on what I can do to make that better or put that into the where they can tap on it and make it work. I don't know anything about that, so that would be very helpful because I do get a lot of my information from like YouTube, Facebook, local news medias, Fox News, the Washington Times, and a lot of my virus stuff. I get it from the university for their type of studies and everything like that. So I'm still looking for some, like a volunteer type deal, like wants to be able to help me out with this. I am setting up another desk area, so you'll have your own workstation and everything like that. And pretty much like a editor type deal that will help me edit stuff, pull up some information, gather information. Make of course I do like cue cards as well. So that way, my information. I try to get all the images to match, what I'm saying, what I'm doing as well. And I really hope you guys like this. Of course, I noticed my one down below there, my text message I have down there is in red. It looks like I need to enhance that a little bit more, and I will. I mean, with all you guys' support and help I've been getting so far, I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now with this without you guys' help. Um, you can leave me comments as we're talking and everything. If you want, say, if I say I'm in a story about something and I'm not correct or I don't have the full information on it and stuff, and if you want to add on to it, I can glance at it and add that in as best I can. Of course, I'm learning how to do everything at one time. It's kind of a little tricky because this is all new to me. Like I said, this technology these days is just unreal. I mean, just the powerful stuff that can go uh, out there. The news. With Portland, Oregon, and the riots and stuff. How all that stuff is in the news. Washington D.C. And other countries and stuff. I mean, all the information that gets poured into the internet is just unbelievable. It's like sometimes you get overwhelmed trying to read all this all at one time, and it does, it does get overwhelming a little bit. And that's why I need some help. I mean, I really would appreciate it if somebody can come in and, um, we'll start a couple hours before the show, work at it, get it all going. And then I need somebody to help me, as I'm talking about that topic and have the pictures, drawn up. Oops, I'm getting my arrows mixed up here. Like I said, my screen is opposite from what I'm used to. So I'm trying to get, used to it. And I think I'm doing pretty good with it. So, and of course, my show is about history. I like to bring up different things that happen in not only my neighborhood, way back when, but, I like to bring in some stuff that was about your neighborhood, or where you guys are from, or where you were born. Maybe you have, some old time pictures of farming or back horse riding, or stuff like that happened in the past that is relevant to what for our future, what's happening now. Because everything that happened in the past, comes in and we learn. I mean, there's so much to learn. I mean, the history with our forefathers and everybody, from when they, came on the ship and came over here, the pilgrims and, with the Indians and, it's all history. And it's very important that we learn our history, because they're talking about, a lot of them want to try to get rid of the history and change it to other history and stuff. And it's like, I grew up, learning my history from school and stuff like that. I mean, we didn't have computers and stuff like that. You had to go to the library. You had to pull up all your information from the books and stuff like that. And then, of course, later on, people with the computers, people were able to just, type in what they, get their information. But a lot of that knowledge, though, you learn in your textbooks and your schooling and stuff, it's all up in here in your head, that you remember. So I like to try to keep the history alive because it's, to me, it's very important. And like I said, these are my opinions, my ideas, and everything like that. So if you, like I said, if you can come up with some of your ideas and stuff, because I want to make it part of our show, everybody's show, that we gather, get together, and I can even do, if you want to be on my show, I can add you into it. We could talk about different topics, that, just all kinds of neat things. And like I said, I'm going to be doing the flag and stuff ceremony. I want to get a couple people to fold the flag, and then talk about each fold, because each fold represents different things, and it's part of our history. The people that died and and the way the flag, way it became when the nation was just a little speck on the United States, and it grew and grew. The stars got more and more and more. So yeah, keeping history alive is very, very, very important. Um, I'm trying to remember what we were talking about on the last show. I had a few comments um, that, uh, sorry, phones are ringing around here and stuff. But the thing I want us to know, that from the last show and everything, is to gather, some of the information from our history. So, like I said, if you can help me with that, cool. I think I lost my train of thought when that phone rang. I try not to have things buzzing and ringing and all that stuff. I apologize. I thought I turned everything down. That's what I'm working on right now, just turning it all off, because they said get rid of the distractions. Like I said, I watched the YouTube channels and stuff, and different people were doing different, talking and talk shows, making up their shows and everything like that, and topics. And I learned a lot. There's a lot to learn out there. So anyhow, let's jump right into here a little bit. Of course, it's a little humid in my room this morning. Assuming that we are definitely getting some humidity and everything that's going on. with the weather and everything. They have said that we are going to be rising up in the temperatures and stuff. This morning was supposedly pretty clear skies. It was pretty sunny this morning, around 63 degrees um, in our area here in Buffalo City and La Crosse, over here by the river. And it's supposed to be starting to get more cloudier and everything, but it's going to get up like 86 degrees by late afternoon. I did notice on the radar we are going to be getting some sunshine or storms. I'm sorry, we're going to be getting some storms and everything. So let's you know keep an eye on that because some of these storms we had, I think it was yesterday morning, it was really bad. I mean, the lightning just lit up the sky real early in the morning and everything. And the thunder was such a banger, boom, 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 boom. But over the weekend and everything, they're saying that we're going to get close up to 90 degrees by Sunday. They're saying that there's going to be still, possible thunderstorms popping in and popping out real quick. So, but we had a few. I think they had a tornado down in Chicago area yesterday. High winds, some roofs got damaged and all that. So definitely listen to your weather reports and watch your weather alerts on the system because we definitely don't want nobody getting hurt or anything like that. Now across the nation, here we go. Okay. Across the nation and stuff, you can see the United States map here that I'm putting up, so that way everybody can see more of their areas as well. Of course, on the West Coast and stuff, they're talking about they're going to be having some highs and stuff, and down in the Southern Plains, there's possible scattered showers and everything, and of course over there by New York and stuff, are talking about some rain. I don't know, but keep that in mind when you're out and about and traveling, okay, you guys? I'm missing my number 5 here. Let's see. Yeah, number 5 is missing here. Let me find my number 5 here. I got so many. Like I said, that way, if somebody can help me with this would be really very, very helpful here. Okay, talking about in our area, back to our area again. You could see that where the high is going to be up, over the weekend, and then we will be dropping down by Monday as well. So, the weather is going to be coming down a little bit. We're going to be getting into cooler temperatures, but like they always say, just wait 5 minutes. That weather's going to change. It can do whatever she wants to. I don't know if anybody got a chance to check out the northwestern skies. There was some meteorite showers, so if you got a chance to check that out, that would, I guess it was pretty cool. I missed out on it and everything. I was reading about it this morning. They say you can also see it sometime this morning. So if anybody has any image of that, any meteor showers, I guess it was in the eastern skies last night through this morning. So if you had clear skies and stuff, maybe somebody was out and about, or taking pictures. Definitely share them with me. I would love to see that because that kind of stuff, it's totally awesome. It's pretty cool. I like that stuff. Okay, we gotta go back to image. One here. Okay. Now talking about flying in the skies and all that, I came across this pretty cool article, and the American eagle is like a mascot of the United States. Bald eagle. We have a lot of them in our area, and I'm sure you all have some in your areas as well because they're one beautiful bird. I'll tell you, the American eagle, the bald eagle gets a federal protection act. Okay, and this happened in June of 8th of 1940. when the American eagle got its protection. American contribute increases the sights of their national bird. The Congress passed in an act in 1940 to check the sites and stuff. The research I got, they had the American eagles were having a hard time with their eggs, I guess, hatching and stuff like that, and so they kind of worked with it and everything. And I guess now there were some video cam type live cam feeds on some of these nests and stuff, and you can actually see the baby birds. When it time they the American eagle, lay the eggs till all the way to the bird gets to be full, and and the bird goes down and into the water and stuff, grabs the fish, takes it up to its nest and tears it apart for its youngins and stuff. And that's kind of cool. So if you ever get a chance, check out some of the websites and stuff for the American eagle, because that is our American mascot. It's on our bills, on our money. It's also the United States seal. So yeah, and it is a protected bird, and you can see why. I mean, we don't want them guys to go and stink, and they're beautiful. I mean, I don't know why they call them a bald eagle, because like this picture here, it's got hair better than I do. I'm a bald eagle, but But anyway, so yeah, that is a little bit of history. I thought, that is part of our country, with that, and it's just so wonderful. Now talking about flying and stuff like that, I thought I would bring in a segment about our airplanes and stuff, and the Wright brothers back in the 1900s, I think 1890. I think it was 1894 to 1903. I think 1903 is when they first started their flight test. You know what? I got the information right here. I don't know why I'm not reading it to you. Between 1899, 1899 to 1905, the Wright brothers conducted a program, okay, and they did their first flight. The first flight actually didn't come to part with a motorized plane until 1903. Okay, and I have some pretty cool images. Some of the older airplanes that took place in this time era. As they were building and stuff, it pretty much was like a one-person plane. They really didn't have passengers, but they were doing the testing with all the trying to get it off the ground, and I guess their first flight was like only lasted like maybe 3 minutes or something like that, and then they came back down, but they actually got to fly. I mean, all the different ways. Different ways they, were trying to get this to work, and they knew that man can fly. If a bird can fly, so can man can fly. And you can see this picture here where it was just the guy with the wings, trying to make it work and everything. I mean, the hard work and effort they made in, to make it through and to get this, so we were able to fly ourselves. It's just unbelievable, the work and the history that they did. And then once they were able to in 1903, and they finalized it and stuff, it took them a couple more years, but they won rewards and stuff. They were considered big people back then. I think Dayton, Ohio, you can visit their museum that they have out there, and it's just so funny, ever since all the when they started to get the planes going, they started flying them and everything. And, of course, they built military had airplanes for bombing, shooting, and everything else, because the planes started taking off because, hey, this is better transportation. I mean, they built the blimps. Look at all the blimps that went. You know, there was some tragedy of some of the blimps and everything. There's some images of that. I don't have them with me today, but we'll get into that because the Goodyear blimps is one of the things I like because when I lived in Akron, Ohio, I lived right by the Akron Rubber, what's called the Rubber Bowl, and it has a big, giant black uh, hangar that they, built and stored the blimps. Now it's in another location by Ellet or Akron, Ohio, which you say, because that's where Goodyear Tire and Firestone and all them was when they first started making tires and everything. So it was kind of cool. And then with all the airplanes, they had, people started getting creative with the planes and stuff. And like this gentleman here, he took an old airplane and he made it into his home. Of course, you can go to his website. I don't have his website information on there, but I'm sure you can just look it up. And actually, it looks pretty cool. It was on. I actually watched this on a documentation on the History Channel about this gentleman here that he made his home into, out of an airplane. Inside he fixed it up and everything like that. That'd be kind of cool. Too bad you can't fly it, but he's got it set up so it just sits there. And I'll tell you, it's just amazing how things like this in our history has really, really came up. The history of the planes from that, started out to just being a shell and everything, and then boxed in, made them into passenger planes, going from one place to another. And, it's even, if you look at our planes today from when the planes I was showing you, they have changed a lot. I mean, some have, the 2 engines, some have 4. And I even saw an image where a plane had, I think it was a total of 10 engines on the wings. But that was a big bird, And they do a lot of transporting cargo from one place to another, transporting people from one state to another. And that's, like I said, that's all this part here is, it is our history. The Wright brothers, they worked all the way from, 1905 as well, getting the first plane to fly long distance. It's just amazing how cool all this is, when you start going back through all the information about these airplanes. I was reading up on them. And of course, there's always been tragedy ones too, where the planes came down and they crashed, or, loss of lives and stuff. Look at what happened 9/11 when they, the terrorists took over the airplanes and used them as giant bombs. Look how many lives they took away. There's a lot of different things that happen. But, of course, those are the kind of things we do remember and we look back on and say, wow, this actually happened. This was what was going on back in the days, And seeing some of these tragic ones and stuff, But, it's sad. It really is. And then that one pilot, few years back or whatever it was, his plane had problems and stuff, and that pilot was able to keep control of the plane and make it land right there on the water there and not make it sink. Was able to get those passengers out safe. I mean, that was, some of these pilots, they go through a lot of training to become a good pilot and stuff. Just like on the Air Force One, with transporting the president from one location to another, plus the, all the cabinets and the vice president and stuff like that. They got to, make sure they're safe and everything. I don't have any image right now about the Air Force One, but to look at that information as well, it's just so cool. It's unbelievable how just a little stuff that if we take away from our kids from in the schools that they're going to miss out on, that they're not going to have that knowledge. Because I was looking back, I'm thinking, know I got some history on airplanes. I want to do some airplane stuff, And if you're not learning that kind of stuff in school, how are you supposed to think about it? It's like, oh yeah, I saw an image of the first airplane, and you got the rockets, the first man that went to the moon, you know, they stepped on the moon and stuff. I mean, all that stuff is history to me, and I hope it's history to you guys as well. Um, let's see, where are we at here? Yeah, sorry. Um, that's the one I'm on now, right? No. Okay. Some reason I'm not able to do something here, and I don't know why. So bear with me just for a second here, you guys. I'm trying. Um, okay. Now we're going to go on a little bit on the news, of course. I do have the news going on in the background. If that is too distracting or whatever, let me know. But I guess Biden finally found or announced his running mate. Joe Biden picks, I believe it's Kamala Harris. I'm not sure how the pronunciation of her first name, as his running mate. So she's going to be running with Biden, and if they win, she's going to be the vice president. Only thing I can think of with this, I mean, she was against like a lot of stuff. I mean, she was in the court district and that, and people that, I don't know. You guys have your own opinions on that. I don't. I mean, I don't know much of her and stuff, except for what I read on the news. I don't have the complete facts of her and stuff. I wish them luck. I mean, hopefully if they get elected as our president and vice president, they'll do a good job. That's all we can ask for. um, Now, with all the stuff going on, like in Portland, Oregon, and everything, and the riots and stuff, I guess last night, if I'm not mistaken, it was a pretty peaceful night. The first time in 80 days that there wasn't such a real bad riot. Um, there are still places like Chicago, it's really gotten really bad, the looters and stuff. I mean, Best Buy got their stuff. I mean, they ransacked that store. But they do have footage of all those people, and they're saying they're going to get them. They know, they can identify most of them and everything, and I guess they're going to start arresting them. But then again, I was hearing on the news this morning that how all these people that got arrested for doing the lootering and all that stuff, they're actually going to let them go free. Yeah. I don't know. I'll tell you honestly, I think something not too right about a lot of this stuff. I really do. It's just, I sit there and look at it. It's like, why does people have to actually cause all these problems? You got that one police chief. She's retired, or she's going to quit the force because of they're going to be taking away a lot from a lot of these police officers. They're saying like Seattle City Council approved a plan to defund police department and slash jobs. Okay, so here we are going to have more people out of work. All right, going to have to collect unemployment because they got taken off the job, whatever. If there were bad people, yeah, bad apples, let's get rid of them. Let them fend for themselves. But these other hard-working gentlemen and women are out there doing their job. And for these protesters and stuff, I mean, I was sitting there watching videos where, they were getting spit on, they were getting cocktail stuff thrown at them, frozen bottles thrown at them, rocks, everything, And there's no call for it. All this writing stuff is not should not be. That it really is gotten to out of hand, in my opinion. Like I said, these are my opinions. So if you have any comments on these, and like I said, let me know. We'll talk them through them. So yeah, I mean it's very sad that all this is going on, and I don't know if any of you guys actually got the chance to uh, happen to see the updates of the virus and stuff. And I was going through checking out John Hopkins University of Medicine, and this is a chart. I don't know if you got a good view of it, but this is the chart of the United States and all the other countries and stuff where the widespread of this virus is. I mean, we do not have control over it. It's still sweeping across the U.S. It looks like we're at the pretty much on the top, besides Russia. No, excuse me, Brazil, and then India, and then Russia, South Africa, then Mexico, and Peru. That's just naming some of the top ones. Thank you, Leanne. I love you, sweetie. That's my daughter. I love her. I miss her very much. You know, they are, of course, you know, with the more testing we're able to do too and everything, we are definitely got a lot more advance into this. And they're saying with the, you know, with the vaccines and everything coming up, you know, it's can't get here soon enough to me. I mean, I know it takes time, get impatient a little bit. It's like, oh man, come on, let's get this going. The virus is just really taking over, and I guess there's in Michigan. I'm thinking there's like 10 nuns, Catholic nuns, has passed away. So it's really, really devastating. That's just my daughter. I hope you're watching, sweetie. I love you. I missed you. I got my big fans. My number one fans and everything. It's they're wonderful. All these guys are all wonderful, and please like and share and subscribe. Follow me, please. That would be my honor. And like I said, if you have any comments or anything like that, please bring them in. But on the virus and everything, we can all do our part, and put on your mask. They're asking us to do it. Let's do it. Let's put on our mask. I think in state of Wisconsin now they have issued a mandate. Excuse me. A mandate now, even if you're video chatting, doing a conference call type deal, I guess you're supposed to wear it. I don't know. I'll read up more on it. I hope not, because I don't want to sit here. Nobody else is getting my germs but me and me. I mean, there's no way I'm going to spread it to you guys by talking to you through the mic. There's just no way. Definitely, we got to, oops, sorry. Yeah, I mean, let's do our part, and wear your mask and do things that they tell us to do. There's a lot of information always coming up on the news about the virus, what we can do, protect ourselves. They're saying, okay, let's wash our hands, get tested, and like I'm going to have a procedure coming up. I think it's in a couple weeks. I believe it is in a couple weeks. I'm going to be having another surgery procedure done, and I got to go get tested again. And I don't know if some of you guys ever had that done yet, but when they do that, it smells like you're underwater in chlorine. It's like, oh, I had it done a few times already, and I got to get it done again. So I have to stay pretty much quarantined and everything, but it's all right, that way I know I'm being safe, because they're not charging. I mean, this is something that's not under our control. So, if you have the virus, definitely go and get yourself checked out. Talk to your doctor about it and everything. They'll let you know exactly what you got to do with all that. I mean, it's like I said, it's very, very important. Um, we do what these doctors and everybody's telling us. Okay. Um, Trying to find my one image here. I'm pulling up all these images all at the same time. I like this. I hope you guys liking the show and liking the show and everything. Like I said, if you can, give me comments. Let me know if you like it. If I need to improve anything, I'm sure there's stuff that you like. That you like to hear more of. Maybe some more information on what I'm, getting. Okay. I'm still closing all these out. I just realized all these were open, and I'm trying to close them all out to get my one image in there. Bottom bar came. There we go. There we go. Got to get rid of this weather thing here. That's why I say I need an editor. I need somebody to be able to help me out and get some of these, that way it's easier for me. I don't have to sit there and go through all these things and trying to figure out which is what. We'll just leave this image up. So anyway, there was one thing I wanted to bring up to you guys is that, I'm not racist, but I've been all the news information I've been listening to, and all the all the bickering and carrying on, and all this. We're not supposed to. We should not be, and we should learn from the mistakes that happened over 100 and some years ago. Like President Lincoln, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln says all men is created as equal. Okay, and even when when they did that bill and everything, and all the slaves were enslaved, and everybody got to be equal. The women's rights got to do the voting and be equal as a man. Because there's still jobs out there. I think women is not as big as a man is, and that kind of stuff. But women are proving them wrong. That's some of the racist stuff that's been always going on because of their gender. Okay, so if when you're sitting there, even right now, okay, with Biden and, like I said, I don't really know of her. I just know, some of, what's going on with her, with the news saying about her and stuff like that. That's their opinion. But Miss Harris. So Biden and Miss Harris, like he said, oh, I'm going to have a black lady vice president. Okay, why couldn't it just been I'm going to have a lady vice president? Okay, we're still judging by their people's color, by their gender, by their nationality, by their religion. This guy looks funny. He kind of looks like an Indian. Oh, look at that Indian guy, okay? When you call the police department, whatever, and dispatch asks you the person that robbed the store, was it white or black? Does that really matter? It was a male figure or a female figure, okay, wearing such and such clothes. To me, by judging people by the color of their skin and by their gender and everything, is still racist. We're supposed to be all equal as a human being. God created us, all of us, to be just one. one with people. We're not just Jewish. We're not just Catholic. We're not just Baptist. We're all equal. You hear well this black church this black people's church got bombed. Well, if a white person's church got bombed, they don't say that white person's church got bombed. It's that Baptist church or that Catholic church got bombed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm trying to say here. It's just, to me, using your, I don't know. There's still a lot of things there's still some things that need to be fixed. And the only way we can fix them is to go back into our history and look at it and see what went wrong. And if we're taking away that history and people judging other people by, their color, their race, or their gender, their nationality, or their religion, then we still have a problem. And that's the way I feel. Like I said, I'm pretty much like an independent type person. I am Republican. But if there's a good Democrat president coming in or whatever, I'm all for it. So I'm hoping that we all can learn and work together as equal human beings, not by who's got this or who's got that or what. A lot of these people got it themselves. It was passed down from their family to their family. And we can only do our part by doing what we can. I'm not rich. I'm not dirt poor or anything like that. I got enough just to survive. I go, once I pay my bills, that's it. I'm done, So, and I don't want to be considered just another white guy on television or on the internet. My name is Lee Lewis. And I'm broadcasting from Buffalo City, Wisconsin. That's who I am. It doesn't matter what my color of my skin is, or, if I have my teeth in, or got my glasses on, or anything like that. I'm still me. I'm my own person. And that's what everybody, and the way I look at each one of you. Everybody. I don't look at them by their color or their religion or anything like that. I judge them, not judge, I'm sorry. I look at you like, that's Mark, that's Jim, that's Sarah, that's Elizabeth, that's Leanna, that's Andrew. You know what I mean? We were given a name. And we need to go start responding and start going by our names, not by the color of our skins or religion or anything like that. So I wanted to get that out a little bit because that's kind of been bugging me a little bit because, you watch the news and these talk shows and YouTube and Facebook and all this stuff, and it's like, we're not perfect yet. We're still being, and we're still being judged, and I see that in other countries too. I mean, this segregation, separating the two groups, getting, it's not right. We're all God's children. Don't matter what religion you are. We all worship a God. It all depends on what God you worship in. Like the president says, we don't need to be kneeling down to the flag. Like they say, when you kneel, you pray. So either you're praying to the flag or you're hurt and you can't stand up. That's the only reason why you should be on your knees. Like I said, those are some of my thoughts. And I want to hear you guys' comments. And, hopefully we can come together and work as one human being in one nation under God with liberty and justice for all. My name is Lee Lewis. I love you guys. Stay safe. My trucker friends out there, I know you're hearing me. Please Keep it between the lines. Stay out of the ditches and watch out for those other people. And be safe and get our goods to our stores. Getting low. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you. Like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever you guys like. If you want me to advertise or whatever, or you want to be on my show, let me know. And I do need help. So if anybody can help me out, don't hesitate. Let's do this.